Hello everyone, this is Bill McGurgan from C-TEx. For the next few minutes we're going to be going over exploring information technology. It's a 90-hour program divided into 6 units. Each unit has 5 3-hour sections. Some of the attributes of the program include the following. It's a certified program from C-TEx as well as BICSI and CDIA CECs. Shown are the contents of the first 3 units and the first 15 sections. We will be going into each of these later in the presentation. Units 4, 5, and 6, and sections 16 through 30. The teacher's manual has full lesson plans we'll be going into in a few moments. The manual layout is straightforward, beginning with an introduction, the pacing plan, unit overviews, content and vocabulary terms and words defined in the manual, and of course a formal lesson plan. The introduction to the manual has a course overview and some of the objectives covered in the course. The program structure contains an overview of all 6 of the units. Hardware associated with each unit is also shown. Information on how to use the manual and how to use the lesson plans is also provided. Each of the 3-hour sections has a lesson plan that describes the title, main idea, grade level, applicable standards, instructional objectives, and learning activity sequence for each section. Lesson plans also include an in-depth learning activity, closure, quick assessment, and bridge. Lesson plans also include ELL accommodations, materials and resources needed for the lesson, and any kind of supports. URLs are provided, and materials are also provided on electronic media. Lesson plans also contain a lesson evaluation matrix. Shown is a student consumable kit voucher, which displays the contents of the student consumable kit. This voucher needs to be sent to us the first week of training. Here's a description of what is in the student consumable kit. Shown are the contents of the student hardware container, 4 students per container. These are reusable items. There is also a teacher hardware container that contains the following items. These are also reusable. Supports for this program are online, and you're also provided an electronic media with all the movies and supporting documents. Starting with Unit 1, we'll go over the sections of each unit and the activities. Shown are the 5 sections of Unit 1, along with a communications activity. Shown are the activities for Unit 1, including If You Build It, the group activity where students build a tower out of sticks and clay. Unit 2 sections include the following. Unit 2 activities include programming a thermostat to a simulated house and operating tin can telephones. Shown are Unit 2 activities. The bolded items are something we'll discuss. Students will construct tin can telephone communication systems. They will design a process and solve a puzzle. And they will program a thermostat to a simulated home as part of an automation activity. Unit 3 sections are shown. Unit 3 activities as shown. In this section, students will be constructing a coaxial cable and a telephone cable, as well as putting screw terminals on a simulated motherboard. They will learn how to read an electric meter. They will also work with digital multimeters to test continuity and measure resistance. Shown are the screw terminals on the simulated motherboard. And also the construction procedures for the coaxial cable with the screw-on F-type connectors, and how to make a 2-pair cable. These movies are all online and on the electronic media. Students also solve polarity problems by using a polarity tester and a simulator. The 5 sections of Unit 4. Unit 4 activities are shown. In this activity, students read an electric meter and calculate an electric bill. Using pens that draw with metallic ink, students line in the traces and we measure those traces for continuity. Later, they'll be adding materials, switches, resistors, lights, and fans to this to make complete circuits. After the traces are filled in, students clip on batteries, fans, switches, and resistors and calculate circuits. While exploring electrostatic discharge, students construct the Van de Graaff generator. Students connect and operate a simulated motherboard. Later on, these boards will be networked together. Students add a read-write head to the simulated motherboard. Unit 5 sections as shown. Unit 5 activities include the following. Students construct and terminate a straight-through cable with a plug on one end and a jack on the other. Students construct a crossover cable. They based on industry standard 568A and 568B. Using cables they have constructed along with the simulated motherboards, students construct and configure a complete network. In the Communicating with Light section, students measure incident and reflected light in lux and lumens. The 5 sections of Unit 6 are shown. Unit 6 activities. And that's the overview of the 6 units of the Exploring Information Technology. We are sure here at C-TEC that you'll find it very fun and engaging, and so will your students. As we explained earlier, this is a certified course with both BICSI and CDIA CECs. For certification, we require the unit test total score as well as the score for the final exam. A unit test tracking sheet is provided. Students use the bubble sheet for the final exam answers. This form would be scanned and uploaded to the website. For certification, go to ctecprograms.com and log into the instructor portal. The supports for this program are under the C-TEx tab, Exploring IT. Under the Certification Resources tab, select Certification Request Forms and select Exploring IT. Fill in the top part of the form that contains the instructor information as well as site information. CTF number is the first 2 numbers on your C-TEx certification. After completing the date and any special instructions, this is the area where the scanned zip files are uploaded to the site. Student information is placed here, as well as the scores for the cumulative unit tests and the score for the final exam. To add another student, just hit the plus button. When complete, hit the Submit button. Allow 3 weeks for certifications to be delivered back to you. And this completes the overview of the Exploring Information Technology program.